And welcome to today's brief cosmology segment. We've selected a very interesting object to take a look at today. Here at the Smash News Network, least busted name in news. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Today's quote random end quote object is number 30 on the Black Hole Candidates page. Part of the Neil Gehrels Swift-Bat X-ray Observatory, number 30 is an X-ray transient known as XMMSL1J17-1900.4-353217, a black hole candidate, and you can see here how it is a sort of a cyclical X-ray source over the past 16 years. What's interesting about this one is that it's only bright in certain spectral bands. So when we bring up the CDS portal, you can see it's quite bright here, but only in certain bands of the electromagnetic spectrum. So that's interesting. The most recent paper written about this one was in 2017. If you want to read that, you can again find it at the Neil Gehrels Swift-Bat X-ray Observatory on the Black Holes Candidates page. Entry number 30. I'm not memorizing the name of that thing. And here it is in X-ray. What's interesting about this is you can see it's sort of a dim X-ray source there, surrounded by a lot of nothing. So let's take a look at this in some other wavelengths. So here's the HI4PI survey, one of the gas lines spectra. You can see an empty space not too far from that. And when we look at the hydrogen alpha imagery, we see a lot of hydrogen right in that spot. So a lot of ionized hydrogen right there, right on the crosshairs. Let's see if we can get some additional data here. This is the Galix ultraviolet survey. And when we zoom in, looking pretty dark and ultraviolet, but there is a bright signal there to the left of our X-ray transient black hole candidate. And when we look at this in optical bands, we do indeed see a signal there pretty much right on the crosshairs. So some sort of object there, most certainly, as it is a rather consistent X-ray source. It's kind of dim in infrared light. There it is on the 2MASS, that's multiple wavelengths there on the great 2MASS infrared survey. Zooming way out and way back in. It's a pretty cold part of space, but there are X-rays coming from that dark region. Once again, this one's known as XMMSL1J171900.4-353217. A catchy name. If you'd like to name it, let us know in the comments what you'd like to name this X-ray transient. You can see it went from quiescent to X-ray loud just in the past 30 days there. The past 2 weeks have been X-ray loud. Once again, there it is in the infrared spectrum. Next, the astronomy picture of the day. It's pretty spectacular here. And a bunch of nebulae there. Great imagery there at apod.nasa.gov. And let's scroll down to show the caption. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like to read the caption. You can go check it out yourself at apod.nasa.gov. Multiple wavelengths showing up there that looks like X-ray data, as well as some radio data. Certainly some Hubble imagery it looks like on there. Let's do a little deep dive. Look at some of these nebula a little more close up. Here's another X-ray source. Could be Chandra data. We won't spend too much time worrying about what the data is. Just spectacular imagery there. Spectacular composite imagery there. A bunch of dust, a bunch of gas, a bunch of massive objects required to emit spectra like that. An interesting V-shape going on down here. And cosmology is one of these branches of science that's constantly being rewritten as astronomy starts to look more like astrology. Long filament there, it looks like. Just fantastic imagery there. And that's today's cosmology segment. Thanks for tuning in. Congratulations on realizing the channel exists. Please press share. Tell your friends and foes about us. The algorithms don't seem to be particularly friendly. I'll be friendly, though, as I sign off from the Smash News Network least busted name in news.